Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Raken here today with some more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero stuff. Now, I have not been uploading in the last couple of days because I just don't have time to upload at the same time as the live streams in the Tokyo Game Show and stuff like that. But when the game releases, I am obviously going to be putting a ton of Sparking Zero content. So guys, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and of course activate that notification bell because it does support the channel massively. But today we have a very exciting topic, which is these the fighting styles for the characters in Sparking Zero. This is a brand new article posted by Bandai Namco on their EU website, which is quite exciting. So let's just check this out, guys. We have also the full roster, which is here. So this is just insane. I mean, look at this, guys. This is absolute pure gold. But today, let's just check out the summary of the table, which is quite interesting. Now we have the types of characters, unique looks, special maneuvers, and also interesting stuff such as quick time events, switches, transformations, and fusions. So first and foremost, type of characters. So it says here you can enjoy the game with different strength and fighting habits of the characters of the original series. Their style is affected by statistics, size, and the character's forms. Let's have a look at the different categories. So first we have the strength. What's all the strength, right? The brute force people, such as Jiren and Broly and stuff like that, right? These characters base most of their gameplay around their heavy strike and powerful blasts. Although they might be slower, their raw power will compensate as they will deal high damage to their opponent. Some of these characters are so strength oriented that some may not even stagger from Ki Blast and Smash attacks. That's crazy, right? Based on their statistics, these characters can have two types of specializations, melee or blast. The first one will enhance the damage dealt with rush combos and close combat, while the second one implies that the character can rely on blast attack and Ki Blast to inflict damage, which of course it's very different, right? And we have the speed characters, right? On the opposite end of the spectrum, we have some characters base their attack strategy on their swiftness, which they can use for long-lasting assault, which are hard to interrupt. Even if some of their strikes are lighter, your opponent will have trouble trying to catch you as you move quickly all over the map and deliver combos with stunning speed. So this is basically someone who just like hit and run strategy, which is very annoying. Escaping from rush combos of characters that rely on speed will be tougher for the opponent compared to characters not fitting in this category. This is quite interesting, right? Escaping from rush combos of characters that rely on speed will be tougher. So effectively, when they come to you with like their combos and stuff, because their speed and their punches are so quick, the combos, add up so quickly, it's gonna be quite difficult. Now we have the Ki Blast. So these are special different characters, such as Vegeta, for example. There's some characters who are masters of the Ki Blast, excelling in a fighting style that they can maintain control while keeping the opponent at a distance. They have the ability to fire multiple consecutive energy blasts, while also, interesting here, check this out, guys, while consuming the minimal energy, which of course could entail some spamming in the gameplay, right? Vegeta is a good example of how he's known for his powerful and rapid Ki Blast attacks. Other characters include Goku, who can unleash the iconic Kamehameha, and Frieza, who possesses the precise Death Beam. So Frieza, of course, is also a very Ki Blast oriented character, as you can imagine. We have the Giant. Interesting here enough, though. Obviously, we have the Giant and then the Android, but we don't have the balance. That's interesting, guys. We don't have the balance style. That's interesting, right? So the balanced combat style, which is pretty much like you kind of like good but not great in all styles, is gone, which is quite interesting. So the Giant, given their impressive size, are much slower than others, but they strike more powerful blows that will stagger and send your opponent fly away. On top of that, they are numb to throw and some blast attacks, so you cannot grab them whatsoever, which is annoying, and some blast attacks also don't affect them that much. You can take advantage of their overwhelming presence on the map to hit your opponent with a wide hit range. The impressive size and power come at the expense of some having trouble hitting smaller opponents, which may evade their assault more easily. So because they're a little bit like clunky and stuff when they fight, you can actually use that to your advantage and pretty much do damage to them because of that, right? Which is crazy because you can avoid their attacks. Then we have the androids. So the androids are artificial humans that do not necessarily possess ki. In fact, they can not charge their ki bars unless the energy reaches the maximum level. Their ki gauge will charge automatically over time or through melee attacks, and it will stop charging once it reaches the maximum. Then you can go to your Sparky mode, exactly the same as Budokai Tenkaichi 3. To incorporate this into your strategy, continuously strike with rush combos, giving your opponent no chance to charge his ki. Some androids even have the ability to absorb ki blast and certain blast during super perception, which will charge their gauge meter instead, which is interesting here, right? The characters that automatically charge to the maximum are 13, 16, 17, 18. On the other hand, Android 19 and Dr. Gero can charge more ki by landing melee attacks, and furthermore, they can absorb the opponent's ki blast attacks. Which obviously, because they have that, thing on their hand, and they can just absorb it with their special ability, which is, quite interesting, right? Now, unique look. This is quite interesting, guys. This is new, alright? So, try characters with unique looks and distinction in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. The game faithfully reproduces some features of the series, whether it's accessory, ability, or cosmetics that may not affect the character's gameplay. Sword. You can enjoy multiple ways and fighting styles in Sparking Zero, as a sword fighting is one of them. Iconic swordsmen from the series will use their sword in a lot of combos, rush and blast, to faithfully recreate their famous moves. These are also characters who use the sword to launch energy blast that pierce through guards with a smash energy blast. Crazy stuff, man. Super Aura. Some characters, such as the strongest forms in Dragon Ball Super, in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, have their aura being always on. Their power is overflowing, which results in stunning visual expression of their ki, like obviously Goku Blue, right? Scouter. The Scouter is an iconic item from Dragon Ball series. In the game, you can select characters mostly from the Frieza Force and equip them, the Scouters, as an accessory, which will grant a boost of search radius when equipped depending on the quality of the Scouter equipped. With the precious accessory, the players will be able to avoid losing track of their opponent for too long. Note that damage taken during the battle could result in the destruction of the Scouter. When the Scouter is destroyed, it becomes more difficult to locate the opponent if they are lost from sight. So it's almost like a double-edged sword, right? Because, at the beginning of the fight, you can obviously, capture them and, look where they are and then basically, track them much faster. But then if your Scouter breaks, as you can imagine, because that earpiece is still there, it's actually annoying you, and then it's even more difficult for you to find your opponent. So it's a very faithful to the game. I mean, that's incredible, right? Now we have the ground characters, guys. Like in the Dragon Ball series, some characters cannot fly. Once they jump, they will slowly fall back to the ground, as they cannot remain in the air for a long time compared to the flying characters. On the other hand, they are the only ones that are able to run on the ground, so take advantage of their skills and try to get the fight to take place on the ground. That's quite interesting. So the other ones can obviously hover over the ground, but these are the only ones who can actually run on the ground, so you can actually gain more speed and advantage on the ground. So there's a lot of strategy, guys, here, a lot of strategy, right? Now, special maneuvers. In the game, you can perform special maneuvers that do not fall under the combo category or the blast attack category. These gameplay features are numerous and range from the transformation, the quick time events, and let's have a look. So the transformation, select the desired transformation and press up to display the transformation panel. And select with obviously square, triangle, or X. So you can obviously choose your different transformation, or circle to perform it during the fight while using the skill count. So very important, the skill counts is very crucial, because your skill counts will effectively be used when you use a transformation, right? Sorry, I think this is one here, right? The skill count, this one here, right? So it's going to use one of them for your transformation. Once transformed, the statistics of the character will improve, as you can imagine, right? Fusion can only be used when two characters who can fuse are in your team. Fuse into the character shown on the fusion panel by pressing up L1. to switch the transformation panel to the fusion panel, then select it with square or triangle or X or circle. Once fused, both characters will disappear from the team members screen and be replaced by a single fused character. Note that they cannot go back to normal, so you cannot undo the fusion to basically spam your character's health again. That's not possible, okay, so you're gonna have to stick with them. Switch. The switch is possible once the change icon is lightened. Press, I guess this is on here, right, the yellow one. Press on the left to display the switch panel, then choose the character you want to switch to, which is obviously pretty makes sense. Alright, the mechanic can lead to other gameplay features such as chase change. In team battle, switch while attacking to let your switch character continue the assault. Use this tactic to smoothly switch out team members while keeping up your attacks. So if you're at the end of a combo, you can basically switch up the character, a new one comes in, and then you continue the combo, which is just crazy if you think about it, right? It's just insane. Now we have the sparking mode. To enter the sparking mode, you must charge your ki to its maximum and even further. You will need to spend more skill count to reach sparking mode. One, sorry, my bad, not more, just one. Sparking mode not only enhances your abilities but also offers a variety of other benefits, such as allowing you to shoot ki blasts without consuming ki. Well, that's pretty cool. Use moves such as Violent Rush. While in sparking mode, you can perform continuous rush attacks until the gauge runs out, resulting in an interrupted barrage of melee attacks. You can also perform your Hyper Smash, which will inevitably break the guard of your opponent, or Super Movement, as it consumes some of your sparking level, of course, and allows you to vanish and move instantly. Yeah, pretty awesome, guys. And then we have the emotes. You can perform the emote displayed on the emote panel by pressing the right and assign to a character prior to the fight. Perform the emote with your favorite characters to take cool stances. I mean, that's, interesting. And we have this one here. So the quick time events. So there's quite a few actually here. We have the speed impact. The speed impact sees the two fighters clash and trade a series of blows. Perform a speed impact by clashing with your opponent using a Dragon Dash, R2 plus X, alright, makes sense. This also occurs when a Rush type blast collides with a Dragon Dash. So if you do a Dragon Dash or a Rush blast, special attack, if they collide, then obviously this gets activated. First, during a single strike, both sides must match their input, with what is being shown on the screen. Once the winner of the single attack is decided, the action proceeds to rapid strikes. During rapid strikes, the final damage inflicted is decided by the number of inputs performed by each player. Once the rapid strike stage ends, the winner of the single strike will send the loser flying, concluding the encounter. Now that's quite interesting, of course, guys, because effectively, you have to mash, and some people are gonna hate this, some people are gonna love this. We'll see how this goes out, right? Which is interesting. Now we have the power impact. This one, I love this one, guys. This is so fun, man. This is crazy. So the power impact happens once the two characters perform a throw at the same time. This impact action is centered around comparing strength by holding the corresponding buttons. During the clash, a gauge will be displayed. You must adjust your inputs in order to not exceed the needle. The winner is determined by whose gauge is closest to the needle when the power impact ends. So as you can see here, there's like a needle and then you have to reach it but not go over it, and then it changes, as you can see here, the first one and then the second one, third one. So that's quite interesting, right? I'm not sure exactly how it works 100%, but we will see it when the game comes out. And then we have the crash impact. Crash impact is triggered when both characters use a step at the same time. Interesting. Once the crash impact begins, the two sides will randomly be assigned roles of attacker and defender. The inputs shown for the attacker and the defender are different, so the players must follow the direction on screen. If the attacker wins the exchange, the defender will take damage. If the defender wins, they will be protected by themselves. A maximum of 3 exchanges will take place. The first player to win 2 exchanges will knock back the other player. I think that's pretty cool, to be honest. I mean, I like this. This is so fun, and it's like a mini game within a game, right? Which is really cool. I like it, it's pretty nice. And now we have the Blast Impact. So Blast Impact is an impact action that occurs upon the collision of the two ranged blast attacks. When the Blast Impact begins, a meter will be displayed on the screen, and the gauge on the right side will begin increasing. Pressing it will convert the gauge into energy for your blast, affecting whose blast comes out on top. In addition to single button presses, you can increase your power through rapidly tapping the button as well. Nice. The winner will deal tremendous damage to his opponent. That's really cool. And that's it. So that's the end of it. Of course, I'm sure there's going to be tutorials on this, and like I think there's two ways you can mash or press, and you can obviously change it in the options in the game, which is going to be interesting. But all in all, guys, this looks really exciting, and I think these exchanges are actually going to spice up the combat quite a lot, because, you know, some of these exchanges are going to be like unique to their characters, conditions and situations. Obviously, you know, if you have a character who's like really fast and stuff, you can actually trigger these more, because like you're dashing like crazy person all over the place, right? So it's going to be an interesting thing, guys. It's going to be an interesting experience, and I believe that people are going to quite love this quite a lot. But anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. The fighting styles and unique mechanics, this is crazy, guys. The game is also coming so soon, and remember, you can check out all the fighters on the Bandai Namco website, and it's pretty cool because it shows every single one of them, and it's nice. I like it. It's so fun. And yeah, see you guys later in the next videos.